think the biggest challenge that a father faces today, at least in my own life, is to really make sure that my family and God are the priority and not get mixed up in the world where we're chasing after things, but we're truly chasing after God's purpose and plan for our families.
I have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker. He's got 5 original DVDs featuring his comedy. He's written 2 books, Live from Middle America, Rants from a Red State, Comedian, and I like this one. This will tell you all you need to know about this guy. One of his most recent ones is called Being a Christian Without Being an Idiot. Yes. All right. Please welcome the man New Yorker magazine calls God's comic, Brad Stein.
I'm coming! Yes! Yes, perfect! I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you guys here. And I'm excited to be here in area, Middle Michigan, January. I came to Middle Michigan in January. I think it's official. My career has peaked. It's okay, we're laughing. Why are we laughing? It makes us feel something. You know what makes us feel? Joy. Joy. You ever found joy in a microscope? Ever find joy in a chemical response? No. It's a secret. It's a clue. It's part of the reasons that God lets us know that we are unique in the universe and He's here to be part of it. That's right. What happened to the intellectual approach and the logical conclusions of philosophy that we used to champion in the West as Christians, to let them know that God Almighty is there waiting for us? And yet, what do we have a culture now? Political correctness. What is political correctness? Cultural Marxism. It's an idea where Marxism, which doesn't work because it was created by an idiot, a crazy guy, when it didn't work economically, they turned it into cultural. Let's turn everybody into groups, turn everybody into victims, and we'll fight each other. And somebody, probably a microphone manufacturer, will get in trouble. Okay? But Jesus said you ain't like that. We're supposed to be one people, one group, one people, knowing God, Father. That makes us all in the same family, and then we come together. That's what we were supposed to be. So you can come here all day long and hear the beautiful and amazing speakers you've already heard, and they are great, and you can be inspired, and you should, but if you ain't taking that out there and living it, you've wasted your time. Message of Jesus never changes, the messenger does. Sometimes he looks like me. Buckle up. Maybe it's time to get away from some kind of wussified church people who are afraid to speak truth. Maybe it's time to find some guy wearing camel's hair eating bugs in the desert that's such a freak people can't help but go look at him. I was in Vegas, July. Y'all been to Vegas, right? Y'all done it's a Christian group. We've never actually heard of Las Vegas before, sir. Is that like in the Babylonian Empire or what? I'm not sure what you mean. You're gonna have to give me some help on that. Is it by Utah, maybe? I was in Vegas in July. By the way, if you're thinking about taking a little family getaway to Vegas in July, do this. Vegas. It was 120, and it should be. It should be! It's the desert. That's where 120 hangs out. The problem is not, is it hot in the desert? The problem is, why would you start a town there? What are your options? Well, we don't have enough fuel to make it to the surface of the sun. So I'll live here. Okay, Brigham, let's go to Vegas. You know all this money. I'm putting sunscreen on, it's crawling off. You're on your own. Oh my God. But they don't whine. They don't whine. Why? Because whining states that you are not content. Whining states that you are not grateful. It's really cold out. I wish I had a better jacket. Yeah, that sucks. Go to the hospital. There's 10 or 20 people about to die tonight of cancer. Ask them if they trade. Christians should be the most grateful, powerful, peace-driven warriors, to where people say, who the heck are you? What are you all about? So here's a lesson for you. A, nobody's perfect, including your parents. B, if I screw up, I'll be right here to say I'm sorry and ask your forgiveness, so you can see that I will humble myself. And 3, it gives you no excuse for your future, because I'm changing. I'm changing. This is how life works. You can sit there and whine about where you're at, or you can say, I'm getting out. Where are the warriors? I want to see them. You see, this country, and why do I bring that up? Because it was built by Christian people who came to get away from religious persecution and wanted a free place where you could come here and not even believe in God, which, by the way, is how He does it. God doesn't make you believe in Him either. But it had a Judeo-Christian ethic that expected you to take care of your own. The Bible says if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. So if you start feeding people that refuse to earn it, they will become dependent on you, and you've just stolen their dignity, and you've made them slaves. How about that? We talk about slavery in this nation. Yeah, it was terrible. Still got them. If you're willing to let somebody say, whatever I want you to think, you will do as long as I pay you, you're a slave, buddy. You've given away your autonomy and your ability to allow God to move you where you could go. This is real, man. This is culturally real. This is politically real. This is what happens to nations when they don't have the warriors anymore. When the men are afraid to speak truth because it might hurt somebody's feelings. Are you kidding me? I love it that people that hate my faith try to use it against me. People that say, you don't have the right to say you have all the truth, and then they use it against me. You Christians aren't supposed to offend people. What? You Christians aren't supposed to offend people. I'm thinking, well, you know nothing of my faith. We're not allowed to maliciously offend people. Not allowed to think I'm better than you, because I'm not. Not allowed to think that God likes me more, because He doesn't. Not allowed to think that somehow I'm superior, because I'm not. Trust me, the only reason I'm a Christian, it's the only religion that would have me. Try to join. Can I join you? No bacon. I'm out. I'm out! What kind of God would deny me a BLT? I'm gone! I joined the one that said, I'm going to take you just the way you are, and I expect you to get better, but I've given you the grace because you can't do it on your own. So let me tell you something. If the truth offends you, that's your problem. Because the truth is supposed to offend you. That's how you know you don't have it. It was supposed to pierce your conscience. So what does the progressive say? There's no truth. Why? Because if there's truth, then there's standards. If there's standards, there's somebody that has to hold us accountable to that. And if there's that, then I have to obey him. And what is original sin, my brothers? What is the only sin you have to be aware of? Pride. Because every sin comes from pride. I will be God. I'll do it my way. I'll tell you how to do it. I will rebel. I don't need this. I don't have to read. I don't have to study. I don't have to memorize. I have to put myself out. I have to do nothing. I'm God. But bless me. No. I don't want you on my team, by the way, you wuss. There's athletes here tonight. How long does a guy last sitting around drinking Kool-Aid watching the rest of you work out in July? You want him on your team? You want a fireman on your team that can't lift you over his shoulders and carry you down the ladder? No. Because you might be good at other things, but when it comes to being a fireman, you suck. Look at these guys. We're not used to hearing the word fireman in church. for speaking it. And so I bring these things up because all the men that have spoken today and yesterday, and will speak later, and will speak tomorrow, are brilliant at what they say and speak. They're wonderful guys, and you need to take notes, and you need to hear them. But you must realize you're here for a reason. You will understand when I tell you that the supernatural becomes natural. Nothing's an accident. You thought you chose to come here. God appointed you here. You're here. That's how it works. Well, I just chose to go. Okay, choose the world you want to live in. The one where God is just something that you use on Sundays, or he's supernatural and actually has plans you can't understand. I'm serious. You're going to have to start living this Christian thing in a way you've never thought of in your wildest dreams, which, by the way, is the only kind of dreams God likes. The wildest dreams.
Hello, my name is Taylor Gaither,
Hello, my name is Chris Jackson.
and we're a part of TV4DADS Season 2. Season 2 for me, I want to say teaching was the most important thing, and having a mentor like Pastor Chris, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And when we flew, it was the amazing experience for me, and I didn't know what else to say, but it was the best trip I ever had.
It really impacted me as a father because it made me realize that I have a great responsibility. I don't take that responsibility lightly. Although I have a mentee as Taylor, I have older daughters. And, when I came back, I was able to sit down with my daughter Dominique, and we talked about things that we did on this adventure with the young men. And even though it was season 2 for fathers and men, fathers and sons, it made me realize that I need to be even closer with my daughter. So for me, it really made me be even more intentional with my daughter, spending more time with her, getting to know her in an intimate way where it's not just surface. The one memory that stands out for me from season 2, TV4DADS, is the canoe ride on the Asabi River. Never been canoeing before in my life, and within the first 30 seconds of getting in the boat, getting in the canoe, we flipped over. And being the first time that you've ever been on a canoe, to go on a canoe ride for 7 hours, is very challenging. But that was the most memorable moment for me, was the canoe ride on the Asabi River.
The high rope course was very challenging for me. I did not know how to get through it, but I just had some help. Having Pastor Chris and the others were cheering me on made me feel like they have my back for no matter what. It was a great feeling for me.
What I really learned about Taylor is that Taylor is a person who likes challenges. And it really made me think about Taylor to the sense of when people think that you can't do a certain thing, Taylor proved to me in everything that we've done that it's really not that hard. He applied himself. He was active in everything that we did, but it brought Taylor and I really close because I was able to see him in a way that I've never seen him before. And I think, I can't speak for him, but he was able to see me in a way that he'd never seen me before. So it really bonded us in a sense where I've watched him grow up, I watched him mature, I've watched him mature spiritually, but most importantly, I think I watched Taylor get confidence in himself that he can do all things through Christ.
We like battle. We like being strong, like you said earlier. You talked about the uniform. You go in, you know. You got your uniform on. But when the game's over, there's only a few guys that got grass stains and dirt on it. Other guys walk out with pristine. They look like idiots. I want a dirty uniform. It means I played. It means I got in. It means I played. It means I got it rough. It means I played like a man. I will not apologize for Jesus Christ because he's God. I will not apologize for my faith because it's the truth that is given to every human being on the face of the earth and every nation. I will not apologize or worry about offending somebody because it's true. The reason you're offended is because it convicts you. It's supposed to. It's God saying, come home. How dare you keep that from them, the opportunity to come home. Made us out of the dirt of the earth, and he breathed life into our nostrils, and they became a living soul. We became spirit and biology connected. We are unlike anything else in the universe. And everything was good before sin, right? Everything was good before sin, right? No! It is good I made the sun, good I made the stars, good I made water, good I made vegetables. It is not good that man should be alone. And we weren't alone, by the way. We were with God. He said, no, you need something exactly like you, but completely different. So he put him to sleepiness. He took a rib and he crafted her a woman, a womb man. From man's womb she came. That's right, men were the first ones to give birth. Then we stepped back, observed our handiwork, and said, okay, ladies, you can take it from here. My work is done. I have a game to watch now. You guys could have laughed a lot harder. You keep looking. Your wife's not here. Enjoy it while you can, boys. Enjoy it while you can. Crying out loud, where are the warriors? Yeah? All right, I'll take you up on it. I'll hold you accountable to it. I'll watch you. And you watch me. I'll be your wingman. It's like that. It's real. It's real. Before I go, and I know what you're saying, you can't go yet. You're too good. No, I got to go. But I got to read you something out of a sword. Sword. Just a simple scripture. You've already heard about it, but I like it. And I'd like to read it right out of that Bible. But I can't. You're thinking, why? Because we're not deserving it? No. Is it because we're not worthy? No. Is it because you don't feel led by God? No, I can't read it because my eyes don't work anymore. So I got to put on glasses like an idiot. But I got special ones. Special op glasses. Yeah. Comes in a pouch like that. Also, I can cut your neck with one of these. I just said. Just letting you know. I want you to, from this day forward, when you leave, to read this Bible like it's a man's book, because it was written by God Almighty. And he used men words. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Man words. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Apparently, if I don't have my armor on, I'm going down. For we do not wrestle. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood. From this day forward, your enemy is not a Democrat or a Republican or a conservative or a liberal. Because it ain't flesh and blood. God says, I want you to come to them and tell them about me, because they're just like you. They're just lost. but against principalities and powers, against rulers. The darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in heavenly places. What is your fight from this day forward that you need to remember? What did I say was Jesus? Truth. What did I say Christianity's word that drives it is truth. What is your enemy? Lies. Jesus was called truth. Satan was called the father of lies. Do you understand? What you are fighting are ideas and thoughts. That's why God said there was 2 types of blind people. 2. Forgive them, they know not what they do. As he was being crucified, what was he saying? They don't know any different. So forgive them. They don't know. They can still learn. So I'll die for them. But there's another blind person. There's none so blind as he who will not see. Chooses to be blind. That's evil. That's your battle. That's why you have to speak truth. If you don't, they won't have anything to combat the lies they bought into. That's why we love our enemies. If they don't know any different, you feel sorry for them because they're disabled. Christianity has not allowed you to kill people as a martyr. It allows you to put your life down for someone else. That's true martyrdom. That's what might be asked of you. I'm not used to it. None of us are. But that's true Christianity. It built the church. What am I getting at as I leave you guys? I want you to remember why we need men's events with only guys. Because the tribes used to have a sacred hut where only the men could go. That's where they would learn the ways of the tribe, the legends and histories of their battles. It's where the young men got to learn what it was to be a man, secret things about women, what you need to know, about how to treat her, what would be expected of him, what a warrior is going to be because you have to take care of us. That was a secret place. Women weren't allowed there, not because we didn't want them there. It's not their space. It's ours. This is our unique spot, and this is what you have tonight. Because God said, put on the armor, and he never said, ever, take it off. Amen. Never. Amen. He said, okay, take it off now, you're going to bed. Because the lies will always be there. The pornography will always be potentially there. The wrong TV station, the wrong music, the wrong people, the wrong friends, the wrong drug, the wrong beer, the wrong thing that's keeping you from the victory. You never take it off because you're going to need it 24 hours a day. The minute you say Jesus Christ is God, the minute you say he's God, you have an enemy that wants you dead. He wants your family dead, and he wants you wiped out because he's already lost you. So he's going to try to make you miserable and try to take away God's child. Never take it off. The battle will never end 24 hours a day. And here's the thing, my friends. That's called a sword. It's an offensive weapon. We have too many Christians in this nation, now churchgoers, who just use their shield to defend from the attacks of the enemy. They cower in the corner and they just survive life. But if you're telling me that the enemy is coming to kill, steal, and destroy, that he's never going to stop, that he's never going to quit, that no matter what I do or don't do, no matter how I go speak words against him or not, he's still coming after me. No matter what I do, he's coming after me. If he's coming after me anyways, do you want to sit in the corner like a wuss? Why not get your sword out and throw back like a man? Well, crap, if I'm fighting anyways, I want to get some in. I want to get some punches in. I want to see something happen. You were told to put on a helmet of salvation to protect your mind. Go read and get logic and philosophy so you can defend yourself. Put on that breastplate. Put on that shield to defend against darts. Get that sword out because when I want to take it off, it's when Jesus takes you home. When you're up there and he says, you're done, son. Good fight. Well done. He's the one that removes your armor. He's the one that says you're finished. He's the one that says you made it, get on in. And when I go down, when I stand before God, I only get one chance to do it. I want my helmet falling off. I want my breastplate hanging out, shield dented, blood on my sword, shoes falling off, because I've purposed to die a warrior. How about you?
Okay, you heard a lot. And you could say, man, he's a funny guy, he's an entertaining guy, he is all of that, but he brought us truth. He brought us truth. And that's the part you got to hold on to. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our break, but the break is to find a group of about 5 guys, and I want you to tell the guys in your group, what did that just speak to you? So the point isn't, that was entertaining, that was fun, that was funny because it was all those great things. But there was so much truth in there, and it only does you good if you dig it out of you and share it with somebody else. Okay? So we're going to take about 15 minutes together. I'll call you back in a little bit. Let's get to it. When I bring a group of men together, I do things a bit different. I don't want them to just listen. I want them to have an opportunity to talk with others about what messages meant to them.